Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a really long time, so I thought I would make one. Hold on, let me adjust myself. I'm actually having to do this on my camera, or my phone camera. I intended on having an actual digital recording camera by this point, but unfortunately, cards just didn't play out right. So it's been a while. The only pet I still have that is from my previous video is my algae eater, and he is humongous. If we can see him back here. Don't drop your phone, Rachel. So he's a big boy. He's over a foot long actually now. These guys are, the big guy is about 7 to 9 inches depending on whether or not you count the tail. And the smaller one is about 5 to 7, depending on whether or not you count the tail. These guys are under a year old now. Walmart goldfish. So that's what I've got in my big 45-gallon tank right now. And my camera's not really picking it up. I have this up here because they splash, and I don't have a lid for this tank. I need to clean the filters out. They're due. But I have, I'm sorry if that's bright, I have LED light strips up there, and it's hard to tell in the camera, but you can kind of see it. The water changes, and I tried timing them up once. There's really no way to do it because they're just basic little light strips. You just turn them on or off, and you can pause them on a light or whatever, but I like to let them go, because then at night I get this cool like morphing light effect in the room, and it's really calming, and it doesn't seem to affect the fish. Honestly, they haven't really changed their behavior. If anything, they're behaving more regular because they have light now. Before, I just had them in here, and so if it was dark all day, it was dark all day. Poor guys. So let's go over here. So don't ignore my mess. I actually have I have one of my old tanks set up now. There's a little bitty algae eater in there. I don't know if he's going to come out and let us see it. There's my betta fish. Hello. Hi, betta fish. Let's see if I can make him think I'm going to feed him. I'm going to feed you. No, he knows. He knows I'm not going to feed him. But yeah, so this is my little, I think it's a 10-gallon aquarium. I actually semi-rescued him, but I suppose I could do that in another video if you guys would like to hear about that. But I basically rescued him from just being abandoned and dying. So I wasn't intending on setting up 2 fish tanks, but now I have 2 fish tanks. Yay! So let's go over here for the big surprise. Da 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 da! It's a chinchilla cage. Well, it's actually technically a ferret cage, but we're going to be putting a chinchilla in it. It is the Ferret Nation 182 World's Best Ferret Habitat. Also the world's best chinchilla habitat, unless you're going to actually be making one from scratch. And in that case, good on ya. I'm actually getting a chinchilla from a breeder. I'm not going to name her name because I don't have her permission to say her name, and I don't want to invade people's privacy. But she is a well-known, legitimate breeder. I'm not doing the pet store thing. That's bad. I don't really suggest getting an animal from a pet store unless that's really your only option and only way of getting one. And you can even go to the SPCA, and they have small animals. So even if you're looking for like a hamster or a bunny, they have them at the SPCA. So adoption first, breeder second, and pet store would be the last option. If not, maybe you just shouldn't get something. But I'll take you on a quick tour. This is actually Moby's old wheel. If you guys seen any of my previous videos on this channel, I had a hamster. His name was Moby. He lived to be about 3 years old, maybe a little older. Hamsters generally live about 3 to 5 years. I did purchase him from a pet store, so I don't know what kind of breeding background he had and all that. All I know is when I did get him, I rescued him from the pet store because he had been attacked Him and his little brothers and sisters had all been attacked by some gerbils, and pretty much he was the only one that survived, but he was in bad condition, and they were going to actually probably put him down, or I'm not really sure what they do with animals. I don't know if I want to know what they do. But this is his old wheel. It's actually the silent spinner. It is the biggest one they have. And I'm going to put a disclaimer in this for the silent spinner. It is like the best wheel out there. But unfortunately, this is the biggest size. And this size is only big enough for a hamster. Like a regular teddy bear, Syrian hamster. This is as big a wheel as you need. So if you have a rat, this might be good. But if you actually have a chinchilla, which is this is labeled as a chinchilla wheel, this is nowhere near big enough for an adult chinchilla. When I get my baby, he's going to be a little over, he's going to be almost a month and a half, something like that. So he'll be able to fit in that, but I'm getting him an actual chinchilla wheel. It's on order. These are extra fleece covers I have up here because I'm going to be keeping them on fleece. So they're all hand sewn. They're like pillowcases to go over the plastic shelves because they can't have access to plastic. I have a pet taxi I got with just a little, it's a little $5 Walmart fleece blanket I got. It has like little foxes on it, if I can get it out to show you guys. Little foxes and acorns and things. I think it was on sale because it was out of season or whatever. But that's what I'm going to use to go pick him up in from the because it's about a 2-hour drive. I have another fleece blanket that I have, not handmade, just store-bought, over the top of the cage, and I have one over the back of the cage. It's hard to tell, but it's hanging off the back and covers the entire back side of the cage. That's why it looks so dark, is actually is a dark fleece back there. Though he's sitting right up against this windowsill, and I didn't want him chewing on that. One, we rent. Two, well, more importantly than we rent is I don't want him chewing on paint and stuff. So let's do a quick tour. I'm sorry if it's a little wobbly. I'm doing this on my camera. I meant to have an actual digital camera for this, but that hasn't worked out. So, let me see. I brought a light because it looks really dark in here. It's not, and this light is not doing anything. But as you can see, yeah, it's like a fleece back there. It has like a wolf howling at the moon or some business like that. But, anyway, down here we've got the first level, or the top level, and I've got, this is something that I had from my hamster too. This one wasn't used or anything, so it's not contaminated, and it's really too small for a chinchilla, but it doesn't really matter. It's one of those like nibble hideaway logs. So there's that. There's a toy. It's got a little bell on it. All chinchilla safe business. This huge wood chain with different wood blocks on it. All chinchilla safe. All safe dyed, food dyed. I don't think this is flavored or anything, but all chinchilla safe. And the big thing about this is this is actually the same exact, I can't remember the name of the brand or whatever, but I actually went to several different pet stores when I was buying things, and I compared their prices to some just local, you know, big box stores, and I actually found the same exact toy at Walmart. This toy runs the gamut from $16 to $20 at pet stores, and the same exact toy was like $8 at Walmart. Same exact brand, same exact toy. The only thing, there was a plastic thing on the bottom. I had to take a pair of pliers and undo this ring and take it off and put the ring back on, but now it's completely chinchilla safe. I've got a wooden hidey hut back here. It's just the basic little hut you get. It's safe for them to destroy and chew, because honestly anything you put in a chinchilla cage needs to be able to be chewed on, and then you need to expect to lose it because they're going to chew the spit out of everything. If I can get the, oh, forget it, we'll just set that over there. Alright, well, that's over there. This is another chew. These are pumice stones. Well, they're pumice stones, but they also have, I think, calcium added to them or something. It's supposed to be good for small animals, and This is just like some wicker balls and some sticks, and there's a bell in the end. This is a corn toy. They have little corn husk pieces up here, corn husk here. This is, I think it's wicker. Is that what it's called? Wicker? I think so. So it's like wicker and corn. Right now, I'm going to be, when he comes home, he's going to be on the owl fleece. So you can see that here. Has cute little birds. I call it the owl fleece. It's got cute little birds and owls. I just knocked the ramp off. I'm a genius. But, yeah, the ramp covers, actually, I did make the ramp covers. The ramp covers came with the cage. I don't know if that's standard, because I know online you have to order the ramp separate, but I got it at the pet store. The ramp covers came with it, so I was like, yay, don't have to get those. He has a butt ton of chew toys, literally, down here, all different kinds, like little loofah burger, loofah taco hot dog thing, and then just a whole bunch of random fruit flavored and regular wood chew toys. This is a Cheez-It chew toy, something along that lines. It's supposed to be for smaller animals. It's got like a little hole in it. They could go in it and burrow in it and destroy it and everything, but it's chinchilla safe. I have a lot of things that are more suited towards smaller animals, because I had literally probably dropped $50 to $100 on hamster toys and stuff right before my hamster ended up getting sick. He lived to be about three-ish, like I was saying earlier, and he ended up getting congestive heart failure. So he lived for about another month after he was diagnosed, and he was doing all right on his, like, he was taking, like, critter care stuff, and he was doing all right, and then he had a really bad downward spiral for, like, half a week, and he passed away, unfortunately. So I had a bunch of stuff just that I had back, and basically everything that I could sanitize, I sanitized, and everything that was brand new, and I got rid of anything that couldn't be sanitized or wasn't brand new, basically. So here's another corn toy. This is the bottom level. As you can see, he can come. There's the wood house. Yay! He comes down this hole and comes down here. It's so dark. I wish it wasn't so dark. See if I can pull it out or something to get more light in here, maybe. A little bit. But, basically down at the bottom, there's another big toy, like up top, a ladder. There's a ramp in the back. And then he's got like a food dish. This is actually a sand bath, or a dust bath I had for my hamster. He used to occasionally take dust baths. So this is a dust bath for him, but it's nowhere near big enough for a chinchilla. So right now it's just a decoration / maybe a hay bowl or a treat bowl or some business. This is actually a toy I got for my hamster when I first got him. About a month into having him, I got this for him, and he has taken a couple bites out of some of the things, but he basically was very intelligent, and so he flipped it over so that he could get to the walnut that was in there, chewed it open, got the nut out, and then never touched this thing again. He wasn't much of a chewer, to be honest. He had tons of chew toys, never really touched them. This is one of those bendy wood logs. It's fruit flavored, and everything. I had several of these for my hamster. This one was the one that never got used. So I decided to put it in here to prop up this ladder. This is actually, I got this for my hamster, never ended up using it. Like I said, I bought probably a good $100 worth of stuff for him, and he ended up getting ill, and I had to put him into a very small, like a small round cage kind of thing, because he couldn't move around a lot. So basically he went into like a hospital cage, and so I never got to use any of these things. And so this is here. It's secure if it were to be like jumped on or climbed on. It's not going to move, but it's mostly in here. He can destroy it if he wants to. That's the whole point of this. He can destroy whatever. Another toy over here, and water bottle here on this door. There's still a few more things I need to do. I need to finish the fleece for these smaller levels, for the owl fleece. Shove this back into its little cubby hole. Actually, this is the fleece cover right here. It is inside out right now. And as you can see, this is how I am sewing. I basically cut the fleece into the sizes I needed. And then I pinned them with safety pins where I needed them to be sewed. A lot of people use the actual little sewing pins. I use safety pins because I won't stick myself later, and because I'm not using a machine, I'm hand sewing. I don't know how to use a machine, unfortunately, so that's how I'm making my covers. So this is my other fleece. It's got candy skulls on it, as you can see. So yeah, this cage seems really dark. This camera really sucks as far as lighting goes. But the cage is actually very bright. There's plenty of light in there for him, and there's also plenty of shade and comfort. I still need to get a couple little pieces of marble to go in there, some pumice stones, a hay rack, a litter tray, just a few things. This is some prep stuff down here. I've got some cage cleaning wipes, some extra toys, some orchard grass, and this is actually from when I had my hamster. You can never get a chinchilla wet. Ever, 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 no matter what happens, unless a vet tells you for some reason, and then you should probably let the vet do it. But, this is actually what I used to use for my hamster when he would get really dirty, and dust bath just wasn't going to cut it. I'm keeping this just for the sake of if something gets in his fur. And really, I'm not going to soak him with it. It's going to be put on my hand. I'm going to use it to rub out whatever's in his fur, because it dries instantly. You know, they take dust baths, and I'll get into that in a different video if you want. Don't ever get your chinchilla wet, ever, for any reason. And I wouldn't use this all over on him ever either. That would just be like if he got something sticky in his fur for one reason or another. There's also some of my stuff under there. Just stuff I like to have close by. But, yeah, so he's like right next to the bed. Probably not the best decision in the world, but that's where he fits. So, Thanos is gonna have a neighbor. Aren't you, Thanos? Yeah. You know what? He's evil. He is a very evil man. So he is going to go to jail. Space jail. There. You're in jail, dude. Too bad. So sad. Okay, so you can tell I'm kind of tired this morning. It's a day off, and I haven't really slept that much. But I gotta finish sewing these covers, get them on the cage, and then he should be home in a couple weeks from now, and I'll do a coming home video probably. So it is currently August, almost the end of August, and he should be coming home in the beginning of September, so you can tell I'm excited because I have all this stuff already done for him. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video, and hopefully this will be the first of many. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. Like I said, hopefully I'll have a better camera, and I can make a little bit better videos and actually do some editing to get out all my ums and extra probablys. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.